Hello my darlings, and welcome back to my channel. And surprise, we're out in the forest today. So I decided that this week's video would be a little fairy forest woodland adventure, and I'm going to take you with me. Okay, so as we're walking along the trail, you can see huge patches of mugwort as far as the eye can see. Also just some really gorgeous visuals. I do not know if I'm going to be foraging today, but I will point out some plants as we go along. As you can see here, we have some ferns and rocks, very natural, going into formations up into the denser part of the forest. Isn't that just gorgeous? And I have such a lovely day for filming today. I don't know if you can see, but there is a branch just kind of swinging on its own that my husband and friend pointed out to me, as I am in the forest with other people, which is always a good idea when you're going on a forest adventure. Do not go into the forest alone, or at least make sure that somebody knows where you are. Another common forest site is moss-covered pieces of tree that have fallen. These fallen tree limbs have a pretty dense coating of moss, which just seems so ethereal and fairy to me that I wanted to definitely get that on camera. We have happened upon a part of the forest that has some fir trees and other evergreens, which you could see are starting to get their needles for the winter. All right, so these are some pine cones just starting to come in. As you can see, some are really, really tiny. And I'm so glad we got out to the forest as autumn is starting to approach. Although today is unfortunately a very warm day. I just so badly wanted September to be a nice, crisp and cool month to celebrate my birthday in autumnal beauty, but at least we're getting some of that today in the forest. My awesome friend Daisy, who's out in the woods with me today, just actually gifted me this hagstone or holy stone that she found earlier this summer on the beach. And well, let's see if we could see anything through it, because it is said that holy stones or hagstones can be portals to the fairy realm. I don't think it's capturing much of anything, but it is a really beautiful piece, and I highly encourage any of you to collect as many hagstones as you can. Look how gorgeous all of that pincushion moss is. I would love to collect some and take it home, but I do not have a proper way to care for it at home right now, so we're just going to record it on this video. We have happened upon some beautiful oak trees, and as Daisy just pointed out to me, there are some acorns growing. Autumn is certainly very fast approaching, and I cannot wait for all of the autumnal season of the witch goodness, and definitely more time spent out here in one of my favorite forests in my area. Recording? Yep. All right. So everyone, I wanted some footage of me actually walking around and exploring the woods. So if I'm not talking during this portion, know that I'm just having a delightful time exploring the local woods. lovely trees and a lot of different herbaceous life, although there's really not enough to forage other than mugwort, and I have a ton of mugwort at home. So I do not need more mugwort at the moment. Because when foraging, there is the tendency to overdo and take a little more than you actually need. So, I am just so thrilled that I had the chance to come out here today, and I'm so thrilled I had the idea to bring all my viewers along with me. Again, some notes on how to protect yourself in the forest. Go with friends, wear the right footwear, boots are preferable, cover your whole body in clothing. That is why I'm wearing leggings and long sleeves, because you want to protect yourself. And bug spray and sunscreen are a must. Especially for me, sunscreen is always a must. As you can see, this is a little structure that used to be man-made and has been overtaken by the forest. It always makes me really happy seeing these things because I'm pro-forest and I think that the forest should overtake the old unwanted things that man has decided to put here. So we did find some mushrooms. Unfortunately, they are not a traditional fairy ring. They're not in a circle, but to me, mushrooms always mean the fae are near. Okay, so sometimes you're gonna need to find creative ways to get through the forest. And I just love finding trees like this that are kind of growing their own way, as all of us should grow our own way, right? And my husband mentioned a little bit ago how much easier it is to breathe out here in the woods because we're surrounded by the oxygen of trees. And I have to agree. And it's not only for me just easier to breathe because of oxygen, it's easier to breathe because it is here that I feel truly free. My most fairy forest witchy self. We love to see wild water collected on the forest floor because it means that all of our tree friends and plant friends are being nourished. And it's also a great place for the crows that you could probably hear cawing in this video to get a little drink. Yeah, so we found a frog and some tadpoles swimming around in this water that I was just talking about before. I'm hoping as I zoom in, you can kind of see them. It's so beautiful to see the wildlife out here. So I found these, which look like they're definitely red mushrooms. I don't know exactly the species, but they might be a mantia, but they certainly are beautiful. Okay, my darlings, thank you so much for going on this short little fairy forest woodland adventure with me. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And also let me know if you like this format of video, because I'd love to do more out in the wilds of my most precious nature locations. And if you do enjoy this, also consider checking out my blog, whiteroseofavalon.life, for more content. And remember, I do offer tarot and oracle card reading services. And I am going to be having a autumnal Season of the Witch special in the services that I offer. Bye now.